people are getting a notification then. It's a good question, EV Storm. Good question. Get closure from a non-stop loss cow. Conversation I've been having all this morning. That's why I put some closure. Never truly get closure. But spoke to some folks on the phone, listened to some videos. Uh, so I wanted, and this is not going to be too long, not at all. Not at all. Because I think it needs to be said sooner rather than later. It'll probably get repeated again today on Talking Shit Tuesday. Some of y'all probably noticed the last few videos have been taken down. Some of them need to be edited for various reasons. Not for my sake, but for others. So I'll have to get to doing that eventually. But I want to put some stuff out there. Because there is a noticeable change in the tone of the non-conversation that's been happening lately. And it's gotten to a point now where it's reached critical mass, if it hadn't already. And it's getting to that point that it's almost so toxic that it's almost not even worth engaging in the non-discourse, the non-conversation to begin with. And so you have to wonder how things got to that point. Did all the rational people leave? Did we all rely upon just one lol's cow? Is there a conversation happening at all? These are questions that I am more than willing to discuss, and I guess someone's hang out eventually where we actually go back and either we say what, enough's enough, or we just look back and say this is a really dark hour. But there is I guess a movement going on to the effect of, if G-Man's going to stay away and keep his word upon that, then there should be a moratorium on even mentioning him, because it's just that volatile. To which someone asked me, and I agreed, believe it or not, because I didn't expect shit to blow up like that. I have no idea about this man's mental state, but evidently it's gotten to the point that he can't even take something as innocuous as me making a Gary Coleman reference. But it's to a point now that the wheels of fate have been set in motion. Something terrible is going to befall G-Man, and there's nothing anyone can say to do about it. That's just a fact. That's the elephant in the room. He crossed a lot of lines, and just like Hannah said, you can't unring a bell. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. So G-Man did what he did. He gave his non-apology, and when given the opportunity to at least try and unring that bell, he made it worse. So people are going to take the actions that they feel necessary. Again, apathetic towards it. I'm not encouraging people to go and do things against G-Man, but you reap what you fucking sow. But a few things. I don't like the precedent that this sets, that if there is someone who is so antagonistic that the worst of us, in a sense, uh, become weaponized against someone else. And others have expressed that feeling as well. This is probably one of the first times I've actually openly spoken about it, but it is a bit disturbing because then, let's say, hypothetically, something bad befalls G-Man, and that he really does stay away from quite some time, for quite some time, because it's that serious. That he gets the message, which I doubt he will, and he understands that the more lines he crosses, people will continue to find more and more lines, and whatever is left in the wake is just whatever. You know, the cost of that, the collateral damage, as we've seen, is far too high. You know his brothers in Christ are going to do nothing to actually stop him. They're going to continue to encourage him to be more and more radical, to take more and more drastic steps and not actually curb his behavior. They have no intention on actually stopping him from doing the things that he did last night. And we've seen that. Actively coddling him, actively enabling him, and then lying about those of us having hours-long conversations about what we should and should not do. Should we invoke the Garys? Should we condemn the Garys? Having entire conversations where people are split on that. And some of us just stand back and say, you know what? It happens. They're not actually going to acknowledge that. But this isn't a shock to people. This is never a shock that people who have no actual moral values in anything other than themselves are going to respond that way. I don't see Beckel as a moral agent. I don't see fucking Spoken or any of these cats. True, they're not. They're here to suck off G-Man for one reason or another. That's it. They've not added anything to any conversation. But I won't sit here and pretend as though I'm brimming with fucking, intellectual prowess that, I'm only met with, the bottom of the barrel, that's not happening over here. I make no illusions about that. In fact, it's a running joke that I have. But what I plan on doing, at least my part, is acknowledging my role in creating the scenario. And I've spoken previously in other videos about the reason why this creature, this thing that is G-Man, is the way that it is because of people like neo-atheists, amazing atheists, people like me. We are partially to blame. Not to blame for the actions that he's taken, but our role in making it to what it is to this extent. I want to be very clear. Very clear. No one is responsible for G-Man's actions other than G-Man. That's it. He can blame every other person. I blame his parents for not aborting him. But he is responsible for his own fucking actions. And while his buddies can circle the wagons for hours on end and blame every other person, including myself, they know that he decided to take certain actions, and then now he's going to reap the consequences for it. As I mentioned previously, people have been digging up information on him for quite some time. That should disturb you all. The reason it probably doesn't disturb some of you all because, like myself, you feel that he deserves it. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? it should be a bad thing. It should not get to that level. It should not ever reach that point. And I think that after whatever happens, we should really, and I'll be at the forefront of this saying, you know what? Things should never escalate to this point. If there are warning signs that things are going this direction, we don't need to weaponize the worst of us. We need to take a step back and do everything possible to not let it reach that point. Because there's a personal failing upon myself and others that things have gotten to this point. Again, I'm placing a lot of the blame on myself and not making excuses for my actions. But know that there's a difference in the way that I see this and I approach this than I see on the supposed moral individuals on here who supposedly have a moral basis, which we don't. And I don't know. It's surreal. It's surreal. What I find very interesting is that now that they've wound this idiot up, he's been brought to fucking tears over his own actions. Now this is enough. Now things have gone too far. I love that. I love that. I love that now True has had enough. I love that now G-Man's had enough. Antonio is at least smart enough to have walked away early on because he saw the writing on the wall. But there needs to be, I think, a break from the obsession, I guess, that some of us have with watching the train wreck that is Gary Moore. And I've discussed this with someone very recently, and I've discussed this in the past, because the value that's gained from discussing this idiot can't be what has been paid out recently. It can't be. Even I get bored of talking shit about this guy every other day. Trust me, Mrs. Drag isn't too happy about it either. Now, there's options. Let me make this abundantly clear to some of G-Man's little friends too. I want to make sure that I am understood. If I wanted to, if I desired to, I could make a video every fucking day about G-Man to the end of this goddamn year and push his shit in every single fucking day. There would not be a day that he could wake up and not see me with my foot up his ass. Make no fucking mistake. I am fully capable of doing that, as you've seen. So don't think that because you hide your boyfriend under your skirt that he's safe from me. Okay? The fact that he's losing sleep over this should be evidence of that. So if you think that you've had to coddle him and calm him down now, you've not seen true maliciousness yet. Be very, very wary of that. I make no illusions about what I am capable of. And as Vincent says, he's not worth it, and I won't. because I choose not to. So, I wanted to place a huge emphasis on that. And I said this back when I had my videos about exposing G-Man. That it's very easy for me to make these videos. I can take one of his videos that he's made 4 years ago and turn it into an entire series. It's not hard. It's as easy as breathing now. But the issue is ultimately not that I'm concerned with views, because I can be entertaining talking about ants fighting over a dead fucking beetle. But I am addressing dragoons and people on the periphery with the issue at hand is that every single time those of us who say, you know what, we're giving this idiot too much of our time. We've milked this lolscout to the point that it's gone insane. It never lasts. And trust me, some of us who have been around for a while have seen this happen, and some of us have joined recently. No, I'll say recently, last time, where people said we're not giving him any more attention. He flies off the handle, he starts attacking people, people respond, and that's it. Then it's right back. So it's a question of, what are we here for? We're here to learn, we're here to be entertained. What are we here for? And this is a question that I posed in the conversation that I had earlier, is that, hypothetically speaking, we remove the idiot. We would remove the idiot. What would fill in that void? Because he does provide entertainment for people. It's not an easy thing to ask people to remove a source of constant entertainment. Spontaneous, dynamic entertainment. Watching him is one of the best performance acts out there, because you can't script that. You can't script idiocy of that level. But is it really worth it? Is it that good? That's a question we have to ask ourselves. He's not convincing anybody of a goddamn thing. He's not convincing people to come to Christ. In fact, there was a hang on I was watching of Surreal the other day, where he said that he is taking a step back from debating online. One of the few people that I keep in the back of my head, because he's a hard guy from what I remember. I should rephrase that. He's a difficult guy to actually really pin down and go in on, because of the way that he approaches conversations, with knowledge, with finesse, with skill, using the Socratic method and other techniques. Guys like that need to be around more. But this idiot is taking the forefront. So, should we branch out and bring new blood in to get this conversation reinvigorated? Should people who sit on the sidelines decide they want to put their toe in the water? I don't know. But perhaps, instead of allowing one idiot or a few idiots to define what the heartbeat or the tone of this community is, perhaps we all need to evolve a bit. Perhaps we need to develop into something more. And I think that that's something that's going to take time and consideration. There we go. Because there will come a time when my channel is going to disappear. Not abruptly, I will let folks know. There will come a time, and I've said this before, where I am going to be professionally doing whatever it is I'm doing. Probably not in the capacity that I think, but I'll be doing what I dream of doing. Somewhere, who knows where. It might not even be in Texas at this point. But I won't be entertaining this anymore. I may be around in one way or another, but this channel's going to go away. So I want to have a discussion. I want to at least offer the CCP a chance to say that if they really and truly think that things have gone awry and that they actually want to have a conversation, then perhaps they need to make the fucking effort. I'm not asking them to disavow their buddy. They're not going to remove themselves from the tip of G-Man's dick. It's not going to happen. But they can choose how they engage if they want to actually be a part of what we call a community. Perhaps Christopher Mowdy, perhaps Hogtie Champ, somebody. Of course not, they're not going to do it with me. Perhaps somebody can extend that invitation, and then those of us who want to be a part of it will join. And actually say, you know what, if you want to redefine what it is that goes on here, then you have to make a concerted effort and not just get on your channel in the dark and mumble to your fucking self. Not go on G-Man's channel and complain about people saying X, Y, and Z when you have the opportunity to speak to them directly. Because, quite frankly, I have no problem with saying we should freeze out the CCP. And I'm talking about the core G-Man dick suckers. Not Tommy, not Neffy, not Jungle Jargon. They don't abide in this idiocy. Notice that they're around, but they're not getting in this. Because they know. They know this is stupid. They're not going to sit by and do that. Maybe we should place more of an emphasis on saying, you know what, Neffy? I disagree with you left, right, and center, but we will entertain you more than normal if it will help upend this focus on G-Man. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem saying, look, Tommy, if you don't even mention your obvious tendencies, that's fine. Let's bring Tommy on. Let's give him a head start and watch him go. Pat him on the butt. All right, here we go. Treat him with kid gloves. Whatever. But have the conversations that people find entertaining and edifying, but something to fill in that void if we are going to agree that G-Man only deserves to be remembered with scorn, and that's it. That's a conversation that I'm more than willing to have. But I think it's not up to me. It's not up to any one single individual at all. Because there have been times when people have been ran off. Atheists have done it to other atheists. Doesn't matter. Soccer Count did it to Forbidden Fruit when he was promoting the idea that, religious people have a mental disease called religion. That sort of thing. Remember that? People have been run off. People have been shunned, iced out, whatever you want to call it. But it took a concerted effort. So, folks, we have to decide at some point. And I say after the Garys have done whatever they do, because I'm not saying that as some type of edict. I'm simply saying the wheels have been set in motion. Doesn't matter what the fuck I say or anyone else says. After what is done, I think, first and foremost, those of us who have added to this nonsense need to take responsibility. First, not point fingers at G-Man, not point fingers at the dick suckers, the inner circle of Clown Car Posse. We need to take responsibility for creating this. And then decide how we want to move forward. Because there can only be further escalation. So, how much more invested do we want to be in watching this pathetic shell of a man go deeper and deeper into insanity? Because trust me, there is a bit of joy that I get watching him fucking cry. And he deserves it. And make no fucking mistake, his tears are delicious. But I get full easily. There's a point where you reach that diminishing returns. And I think we're at that point. I think we're at that point. I'm willing to, if I'm wrong about this, feel free to push back. I want an open discussion about this because I think folks raise some interesting points, and that what I don't want to see, what I do not want to see, are things getting worse. Because now people should not feel that the second they disagree with someone, that their entire life is going to come crashing down. You shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't enter a discussion or hang out with someone and go, man, if I make this person mad enough, they'll come after my fucking family. It should not be like that. It shouldn't be like that. So, while some of us disagree on whether or not the Ridgeways actually got G-Man fired, and again, I'll say this for the record, that's my position. If you put yourself in a precarious situation, whose fault is that? You can either take responsibility for what happens based on your actions, or you can blame other people. Point blank, period. Did people help set the wheels in motion for that? Yeah. Yes, they did. Who let them do it? So, if G-Man is tired of being treated like a child, if he's tired of being talked down to, that he needs to act like a man and take fucking responsibility. There are still people who say, even now, you know what? The Garys were wrong for calling this job. So be it. It is what it is. But one thing that I've learned on the internet is that if you are willing to cross lines with people, there's always someone else that's going to find the line to cross with you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what reasons we think are valid. It doesn't matter if you think your cause is just. It doesn't matter how in tune with fate and morality and all these nice concepts we like to toss around. If you can justify what you do to someone else, they can justify it being done to someone else the same way. It doesn't matter. I don't expect G-Man to change. per se. I expect him not necessarily learn a lesson, but and again, I actually had this conversation with someone earlier. Every person has a breaking point. Every single person. They have a breaking point. Every single person. His may be a bit deeper. What I'm concerned with is the collateral damage that will be caused getting to that point. That's what I'm concerned with. Everybody has a breaking point. And trust me, I know where G-Man's breaking point is. I think, at least, let me say that, I'm pretty sure I know how to get to him. I've known everything else up to this point. But I am not going to say it, even now. Because that represents the final straw that we should not go to. I repeat, should not go to. There are ways of getting to people that don't require you even engaging with them. G-Man's acutely aware of that. What makes him think that other people aren't acutely aware of that too? So, things should never have to get to that point. Not in a conversation on who believes what. That shouldn't be the centerpiece in every conversation that happens here, in every engagement, in every whatever. It should not be that way. And to some degree, we have to end up holding ourselves responsible at some point. So it's incumbent upon those of us who want to mete out our own form of internet justice to say, if we are saying that you reap what you sow, then we also have to be responsible and say, where is the line drawn? Where do we want to bring this to some type of end so that a new beginning can start? I don't have those answers. I'd love to, but it should not be a chore to do what it is that we do. Because for me, what I would like to see happen is I would like to see him be exiled to the furthest reaches of the internet, right along Von Helden, where only a select few will get to see that idiocy on display in the microcosm of wherever other website exists. Who knows? He might just go to Blog Talk Radio and stay there. That's probably where he belongs. Where he can control the narrative, he can control the callers, he can control everything there. That's probably the best place for him. But here, I think we do need to shift focus, because some of the things that have happened over the last few years have reshaped what it is that we view here. And it's a trying to think, reciprocal relationship. That's the word I want to use. Reciprocal relationship, where the environment is shaped by the content creators, and it's also shaped by people who participate in it via Patreon, a live chat, etc. And so, oh shit, That's what's up. Get fuck distracted. Fuck you, Sam. And again, these are cogent points that were brought up to me previously today that I've been kind of thinking about for a little bit. And I will openly say that while I appreciate your Patreon dollars, they're not worth this headache. Uh, Mrs. Dragnot, by the way, if you all are wondering, and Dyslar will address that, she does not like that. She does not like me engaging with G-Man. She does not enjoy, even the fact that, he has threatened our child. She does not like the fact that he has done that multiple times now. Because as a mother, if you're not parents, you can't really understand how that feels. Now, does she actually think that anything will befall Little Drag? G-Man's head will be on a pike before that happens. I guarantee you. There is no imminent danger. And if I thought there was, G-Man, I'd be at your door. You'd know. So, the headache and the tears that he thinks that's troubling him now are nothing compared to my actual real life wrath. There's a reason you don't see me upset. And when I say upset, let me rephrase. Me show anger. I've been perturbed. I've been a little upset at times. But there's a reason you won't actually see me angry. Because I can't control it. So, there's a line. And very few people who walk this earth on fucking two legs will cross that. So, Mrs. Drag does not like hearing stuff like that, even though she knows there's no imminent danger. There's nothing that this idiot's actually going to do. And trust and believe, the second that he flies to IAH or Houston Hobby, someone's going to be on his ass like white on rice. I'm not kidding when I said my family member is a police officer who works around these areas. I am not kidding. The second that he would show up, he would be put in handcuffs and carried the fuck away. So, when I say that I'm unbothered, I am unbothered. But I think that my lampooning skills can be put to use in a variety of ways that doesn't involve G-Man. So, while I don't mind lampooning people, I'm going to be putting more effort into weekly shows, Talking Shit Tuesday, Three Black Heathens, and let this channel not necessarily languish, but refocus, because there are a series of videos that I've been meaning to make. Jackie wanted me to make a video about mountains, and I did make a video about that, but there were some other videos that people wanted me to make about mental illness, and I will definitely expand. Again, not looking for any channel growth here at all, but just offering something to break the monotony of the constant exposure. And again, I agreed that there should be a moratorium on the G nonsense. Completely agree. We found entertainment before G-Man became a centerpiece, and we can find it after. Trust me. One of the good things about Nadia's Hangouts is that there were only a few times G-Man was in there. There's only a few times. If you actually look back, all the highlights of Nadia's Hangouts, the variety of people of, we'll say, diverse opinion was the appeal. Now, of course, people watched it because you were watching the deterioration of Nadia, which is kind of a sick, voyeuristic practice that I don't think we'll ever get away from. And thank you, person on the phone who gave me that phrasing. But that is something that is persistent here. But I think that we can temper that with having discussions with people who are open to having their ideas challenged, no matter what the topic is. And so I think if we do get back to that and perhaps promote people who want to do that, we can get back to something that resembles normalcy and leave that idiot where he belongs. Because we all know that he's going to be back. He's not going to be gone anytime long. All of us fucking know that. I know that, you know that. His buddies know that, he knows that. He can't stay away. But it's strange because I guess not necessarily strange. G-Man has this idea that the reason that he's targeted is because he's a Christian. Well, that's an interesting bit of victimhood, even though I surround myself with Christians in real life and on here, and that I'm here for Patreon dollars or donations and stuff, and it's like, does he really think that, or does he just say that because he's upset? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. And don't get me wrong, I thoroughly appreciate people donating. I'm not going to ever turn away free money, but I'll state that there's a certain point where the dollar amount does not match the result. Paying to increase the toxicity of this community is only going to hurt everyone. I'm not saying stop giving me money. No, I'm not going to say that. But I am going to say hopefully I can help influence you to see that even I think that a few steps back are needed so that a service can be provided that is worth a few dollars here and there to those who feel it necessary, but let it be worthwhile. Let's try and hold ourselves to a higher standard. And I have to say I do appreciate people who have contacted me, because whether you agree with them or not, some of them are quite abrasive, some of them aren't that popular, Annabelle, but it's important to know that it's not that, well, these are atheists, therefore I'm going to listen to them. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. My wife's not an atheist. Do you think I don't listen to her because she's not an atheist? That's stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. It matters if they're making sense. That's what's important. I think that's what people should be focusing on, and not which camp did this come from. Because their reliance on that is why they are failures. Their reliance on that is why they suck up to this half-wit who has no sense of self-control or discipline. And so I think that we should make a better effort. We should diversify ourselves a bit. Because it has gotten to that point of critical mass that we cannot allow things to stay the way that they are. And yes, I did watch MP's video. And MP's right. I agree with him. And I'll say, Emperor, you were right. I know Emperor's going to love that. But maybe it is time just to move the fuck on from him. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The next few days are going to be really interesting. Really interesting, I think. And I encourage people to have open dialogue with those who are willing. Soccer Count's having his, late night hangouts, bring your own topic. So if we want to discuss the way that the community's going, you might find me in there. If you want to discuss morality, given the scenario of weaponizing the Garys, perfect topic. Maybe not. I don't know. At least it's not the go-to topic with raping babies. I'm still speaking of things about this community that I've noticed over the years that I'm kind of disturbed with. That's always like the go-to, and I don't know why. And it always seems to be evangelicals, that radical evangelicals that do that. I don't. It's worrisome. It's worrisome. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's going on too long. I guess this is a short video for me. It's under an hour. So Soccer Count's going to be live tonight, 7 p.m. PST. Bring your own topic. So I encourage people to join. If you've never hopped into a hangout, do it. Hop into a hangout. Soccer Count, make sure you invite Tommy Hall. I think he wanted to join. Invite Odeon as well. I believe, yeah, him and Odeon and someone else. But so I appreciate the support people have been giving me, but I want to give folks something for later, something just food for thought. And I hope that this sparks additional conversations, and I'm pretty sure it'll be continued on Talking Shit Tuesday when we all kind of go, well, damn, how do we get to this point? So, no, I'm not stressed. I just took a big shit, and so it actually took a lot out of me, and it's hot. So now, this situation has gotten out of hand, but I've been doing most of my thinking on the toilet. And I'm not eating today either, so. But yeah, the G-Man nonsense. I'm actually still tickled by it because his tears. I enjoy it. I enjoy those tears. I'm sorry. I am a bad person in that respect. I enjoy watching this idiot angry because he deserves every fucking second of it. But I have to say, no, bad Dragnot. It's too much. It's too much. We all need the proverbial pee-pee slap. You say the pee-pee slap. Say, okay. Yes, we enjoy it. Let's not make it let's not make it the appetizer, the entree, and the fucking dessert. Let's not do that. It's getting hot in here. So don't take off your clothes. Yes. So, what else was I always end up forgetting something at the end. I was thinking about doing something, just a change of pace. If you guys do want me to do a video series or videos on a topic, feel free to put it in the comments because I get notifications when y'all do that. So if you do have something in mind, feel free, and I'll sit out here and do a porch sermon, or actually I might get up and walk in a minute. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I actually did just go take a shit, and it actually took a lot out of me, literally. So I don't know. I might just chill today because I've been going to the gym and I am sore. This Friday at Chasing Tails. Let me do a rain check. The wife was talking about making some plans of going to New Orleans. Well, I was talking about it with the wife about going to New Orleans. So I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you, Xavier. And I'm supposed to be meeting somebody from the community, I think, next week. Yeah, I gotta see. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, there's 100 of y'all watching this. Y'all don't have lives. If you've not already, go subscribe to the Three Black Heathens show channel thing. Another promo got released. I think MP said that he released another promo. If you guys liked Skylar Fiction's hangout last night, where me and MP were going in on those guys, that's a preview to what's gonna happen. So do a video on atheist demonic possession. I don't know how does an atheist get demon possessed. How does that work exactly? If you don't, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no. Mrs. Drag wants to stay out of it. She's not interested in doxing anyone. She's not that type of person. So again, it's why, you know, what. Oh no, let's spend some time offline. Trust me. Mrs. Drag is at work. Oh man. That's okay. I'll be sure to spend some nice quality time with Mr. Dragnaut tonight. Yeah. 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 I don't know. Maybe someone can explain how does an atheist get demon possessed? I don't know how that works. Is there a specific spell book? The picture of Hitchens on it? Yeah, Dark Souls. Yeah, it'd be a cold day in hell before I play Dark Souls. Yeah. I found the best way to tell everyone. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Dr. Rich. Like, yeah, people know. Yeah. So. Actually, I gotta go in and see when this person. Hey, I gotta see about these plans. Actually. Oh, speaking of Patreon dollars and shit, thank you all for that. I just realized, yeah, it is the first of the month, so that's supposed to be paid out, and so y'all wanna know where that money's going? It's going to my Jewish travel agent. So thank you for that. That's where the money's going for these fucking tickets. So. But yeah, that's what's happened to it. But yeah, it is what it is. So someone did mention, yeah, that's what I was going. I think once things cool down, I want to know. So what you, yeah, we're making up. You know, I was just like, whatever. He's stuck on that, so I was just like, whatever. Like I don't even care. You know, like if he wants to, if he wants to make that a big deal, then that's fine. I'm just, if he's the type of person to even up folks that, okay, yeah, you know, no, that's not really, no. But then if we say we roll over and like, yeah, whatever. And he's the type to lord it over people, then push his shit in. So, but if I call it pulling an arcane, because arcane does shit like that. If he pulls an arcane, then yeah, push your shit in. If not, then just let it go, because it's not worth it. Yeah, I did post I did post a link to my Amazon. The issue is that I told Mrs. Drag to do it. And she's trying to do her own vlogs and stuff like that, and she put a $300-something fucking camera on there. So that's the issue. The issue with Little Drag is that his grandparents buy him every fucking Transformer conceivable. So I'm not really sure, other than a Roblox gift card. I don't know what else to get him, but I'll put that on there because I know he keeps asking for whatever the fuck that is. So. Oh, okay. The camera's not on there anymore. Okay, and I told her to put something fucking reasonable on there. That's not $300 fucking. But I'll post that later on G Plus when she puts something on there. But yeah, Robux, Roblox, Robux. I think that's is that what they're called? I gotta make this shit so hard. Roblox, Robux, and you use that. You use that to. I don't know what the fuck he does. I can't. Look. I'm such a terrible. I don't know what he fucking. He could be buying porn on there. I have no. I have no fucking idea. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I just know he plays a fucking little robot game. Like it's Legos and shit. And so he gets the card. He knows how to put it in, and that's a voucher for some other type of currency. He could be buying fucking dildos. I have no idea. I don't fucking know. I'm a bad parent. I have no idea. None whatsoever. I don't know whether it's there is Roblox porn. Well, that's nice to know. So now I gotta watch for that shit. Yeah, Rule 3. That's true. Shit gets so complicated when you have kids. Jeez. Okay. Anyway, folks, it's about to be an hour. I am going to. What am I gonna do? That's right. Make a shopping list because we need to go shopping for groceries. But I need to first clean out my pantry and clean all the shit like the unopened bags of chips. Okay, she got her own vlogging camera anyway. Okay, whatever. Now she doesn't have. She didn't have one. Now she does have a vlogging camera. Okay, so yeah. But the new experimental new drugs tested on the new drug isn't tested on me. The experimental drug or a treatment, some kind of experimental treatment, I think for blindness, I think is what he's working on. Flip my camera. How's that? Is that better? Okay. No, there isn't. Just little drags. Little drag. That's not better. I flipped the camera. You want to flip this camera? There you go. I flipped the camera. That's all. I don't know how to. Other than that, I don't know how to do any of this shit on here. I'm gonna be honest. Share, mute. What are these effects? What the fuck is? What is this? Oh God. What am I doing? What am I? Oh fuck me. Okay. Okay. I did something. Oh, is that better? Okay. Hold on. What is this? Super chat, none, live chat, top chat. What is this? What is this? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. See, fucking Bull Piss got me just hitting shit. I'm pressing buttons and stuff is happening. So no, Mrs. Drag is gonna be doing her own vlog. I think she's gonna be doing gaming stuff or something. Oh yeah, Little Drag has two grandparents who have a fund for his education, so he won't have any educational needs by the time he gets old enough. The only educational fund that we're saving up for are our student loans that I'm not paying right now, but Mrs. Drag is definitely paying, along with all the other bills, according to some folks, which I'm not sure how she could both have that good of a job for all of this, but whatever, right? So I'm not turning down free money. I'm just being honest with what's going on, because usually the pay so actually now the Patreon money for the previous month is going to go toward my Jewish travel agents for my traveling expenses to Jade's funeral. That's where the majority of it's going to go. The rest of it's going to be gas money for Mrs. Drag, grocery money, and White Russian resource fund, and that's usually how it's going to get disseminated, generally, minus the Jewish travel agent. So I go back to school for a course on how to work a fucking camera. I'll look for that. I'll definitely look for that course. I'll look for that. Fucking hard. But yeah. So actually, yeah. Let me share. So I haven't gotten any grades back from tissue culture. More than likely, it'll get a B in there. But the calculus, I got a C. Uh, so I promised myself I wouldn't do any more math classes over the summer. Yeah, that was a good promise. And learning from my mistake, and this is one of the points in life where I'm not happy with myself, but I look back and go, I should have listened to people. And I might make a whole video about this later about kind of my lax attitude. I would start doing a mixture of stuff. Okay, music, Korean culture, and zoology. That's what Mrs. Drag's channel is going to be about. So if you guys go to my channel and go to suggested channels, look in the top right corner, you'll see Mrs. Drag's channel. And that's because she doesn't want any part in this great debate. She doesn't give a shit. She wants to talk about other stuff. So if you're wondering, because Mrs. Drag is interested in zoology, I'm like, whatever, squirrels fucking, okay. Of course, I'm going to help her in those pursuits. Of course, that's what a partnership is about. But yes, Mrs. Drag does speak some Hangul. So I lost my train of thought. Yep, there it goes. Yep, yeah, it's gone. Okay, so yeah, the great debate community. Let me tell you what I think it's kind of devolved into. Let me tell you what I think. Is people who are brave enough to come on camera and who have heard the same arguments and responses for several years to topics that aren't really controversial, interspersed with people who are, philosophically literate on issues that won't be resolved on this platform or any time in the near 100 fucking years in the future, and then you have people who genuinely just like to cause mischief and want fucking entertainment, that will occasionally do things to kind of spark said entertainment and mischief. So that's kind of where things are right now. There's really little that me and Slim Jim have a fall. No, what makes you say that? I'm not falling out with Slim Jim. No, indeed. Fucker. No. A troll sock count gyms. Yeah, no. If there's a real easy way that I know if I'm talking to another veteran or not, and that's part of the problem with socks imitating military members, because there's a certain language that we speak that people don't get. So if you're ever curious, um, if it's actually Jim or not, ask the troll what Jim calls me. There's a specific name that Jim calls me that nobody else on here calls me. So again, attention to detail is something that trolls aren't really good at here. These are shitty trolls at that. They're not even good. And that's a hint. If you're going to imitate Jim, you really don't call me the same name that everyone else calls me. It's a name specific to my role in the military. So it's little things like that people don't really pick up on. And I mean, it should be obvious. It should be obvious. No, it's not, Daddy. Not yet. Oh, by the way, if you are interested in hearing veteran and service member banter, Jared, the Jared, I can never, last name starts with a B, ends with a W. I can never pronounce his name. But he has a weekly show, I think on Fridays. On Fridays. Yes, Doc. Yes, that's what he calls me. IV Dick. Ha 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 ha. Buto. Okay, Buto. He has a show where it's just us veterans talking veteran stuff. So I think this week they're talking about hazing, which that's going to be interesting. Okay, dear, I don't know if you just got that text message about school starting in forms and shit, so we got some stuff to do. But I am actually thinking about breaking my fast and grabbing some Mediterranean food. Yeah, I might do that. After I pay my bills first. I have to be a responsible adult. Daily struggles. Yes, I might make a video on weight loss for fat guys. Controlling the urge. You want to go out to eat tonight? Okay. Where do you want to go out to eat, dear? 5 hours later. I should look, if you've been married for any period of time, you know why that joke's funny. Okay, I'm sorry. You know why that's joke. You know, even if you're a wife, you know why that joke's funny. Come on, you know it's funny. I don't know. We're gonna go, I don't care. What are you gonna eat? I don't know. well, okay. Well then, I guess you don't want to eat then, do you? Guilty? Yeah. See, yeah. It's just yeah. That's and I guess once we, that's what I get. Okay, I now remember what it was. Thank you. Okay. Some people were asking, and I said I was gonna make this a short fucking video. Y'all keep talking to me. Some people were asking when part 3 of the story of us is going to happen, and maybe this weekend. Maybe this weekend, if Mrs. D feels up to it, we'll let some of this nonsense ride out and give it a few days to kind of simmer, and then we'll sit down and it'll probably do part 3 and then finish off on part 4, and then we might actually do that. We'll actually make a series on the dynamics of our relationship and some of the funny things that married people and couples who've been together for a while kind of laugh at. I said last episode, celebrity sex explosions. No, troll face. I've not seen celebrity sex explosions. That sounds sexy. But yeah, we might do that because I can't tell you the frustration that I've had with Mrs. Dragnet. I'm hungry. Let's go out to eat somewhere. Okay, dear, where do you want to go? I don't know. You're hungry, right? Yeah. You want food in you, right? Yeah. So where do you want to go? I don't know. You want food. You want to consume. You are a heterotroph, all right? You consume food, and you metabolize it and turn it into energy for your body as an organism, right? Yes. Okay. What food would you like to be metabolized inside of you? Glucose. Well, fuck me. I just. So I don't so I've stuck to saying, okay, dear, what genre of food do you have a craving for in and around the last 24 hours? And we just kind of we'll go from there. Say Indian, we got Japanese, we got fucking Mediterranean, which I'm the only one that seems to eat Mediterranean. Rodo. The fuck is Rodo? What are you talking about? Rodo. Or you choose. And I choose, I don't like that. Well, I don't like that. Well, I don't want that. I don't like that. Okay, well, tell me what you don't like, and so I know what's left. Because I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Yeah, right. I desire something edible. Like if I have, so for me, I'm a fairly simple person. I'm a fairly fucking simple person. It is, if I don't know where I want to go, then I'm going to say Wingstop. It's right around the fucking corner. I haven't had Wingstop in a while. I could just take it to Popeyes. Could just take it to Popeyes. My goodness. So, everybody can be that simple, but that's okay. That's alright. We're vegan, lactose intolerant, and eat gluten-free. What do you suggest? Get out. Popeyes is in the same parking lot as Wingstop, so you know what? It is what it is. Popeyes is where, well, yeah, according to some, yeah, according to some. So, yeah. Anyway, Brett, what are you talking about, Rodo? Rodo. No, I've not made poutine yet. I've not like I. By the time that Mrs. Drag gets back with the car, I'll have time enough to travel into Houston to go to that place. French restaurants. That's a good question. So, other than snails and frog legs, is there something good that French people eat? Because I don't. I've not had any. Is there any Parisian cuisines? I know we got some Italian places, and I'm not talking about Olive Garden. There's other Italian places like Carrabba's. Italian food. America. Yeah, there's poutine here. New Orleans. You know what? I would love to eat at a Cajun place, but finding one that Mrs. Drag really likes is difficult. So get the wings from Wingstop, the biscuits from Popeyes, and the burritos from Taco Bell. Yes, that sounds like one of your nights, Xavier, where you just stockpile food for 1 hour and that's it. With goose livers, see, I know. Can I get some regular fucking food? Goose livers? How do you how do you even kill a goose? Have y'all seen like Canadian geese? Like Canadians are supposed to be docile, but these fucking things are vicious. Pate. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Pate? Fatty goose liver. Oh, okay. I have heard that. I've never had it, but you know, learn how to cook it. So I do know how to cook, but grown boy need. Yeah, right, Xavier. Yeah, foie gras. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, it's foie gras. Oh, foie gras. I got too many fucking letters in that shit. I don't know which one to say. Pate is any. Oh, that's the meat paste. Okay. Foie gras. Foie gras. Foie gras. I know I'm triggering the shit out of people right now. I'm doing it on purpose. Foie gras. That's foie gras. Foie gras. Foie gras. Foie gras. Frog. Frog legs. Frog legs. So to make your own cheese and dry age your the dry aging steaks. That sounds interesting. Okay, so I'm going to end this. I've been letting this go on too long. It's hot as shit out here. Uh, Again, thank you, Patreon folks. I think I'm gonna try to release a video later of just some random footage of me and Mrs. Drag at the bar and some other footage, just kind of strung together. Maybe some music in the background, just to give y'all something different. So, yeah. Anyway, y'all have fun. I'm going to see what you know Brother Dragon there was talking about. Uh, See what he wants, and maybe Mrs. Drag will find out what she wants to eat or where she wants to go tonight. So, yeah, y'all have fun. Think about what I said.